そういう意味では私たちの研究よりもずっと人の役に立つ研究をされていると言っていいかもしれないわね。
そんなことないわ。あなたたちのアマデウスだってこれからの発展次第では十分に役に立つ技術になるわよ。
そう言っていただけると嬉しいです。
In short, Dr. Reyes had happened to see Maho on the streets of Akihabara and had decided to surprise her by grabbing her from behind.
でもレイエス
Not a
教
good
授も
idea.
人が悪いですよ。駅からつけてくるなんて。
つける？魔法？私が？
ええ、後ろをついてきてましたよね、ずっと。
そんなことしてないわ。私はさっきそこのショップでたまたま魔法を見つけたからちょっと驚かそうと思っただけよ。
え？
Maho had only just relaxed when Dr. Reyes' answer drained her face of its color.
ヒアジョーさん、つけられていたのか。
ええ、確かにそう感じたんだけど。
レイエス教授、誰か怪しい人物を見かけたりは。
Dr. Reyes denied it with that unique shrug that foreigners always do. I looked back over the alley, but of course I didn't see anyone.
じゃあ私の勘違いだったのかしら。
きっとそうだわ。だって日本は世界一治安のいい国でしょ。
Was it?
魔法はこの後どうするの？
私は
Reyes seemed to sense something in Maho's silence.
なるほど、そういうこと。それじゃあ私は行くわね。ウィンタルもそのうちゆっくり話しましょう。バイ。
She gave me a meaningful wink as she left. The station was in the opposite direction. Should I have said something? I got a strange sense that she was feeling me out, but it seemed like a waste of time to resist.
というわけで、彼女がヒアジョーさんだ。ほら、前にセミナーで会ったって話したことがあっただろ。
お騒がせしてごめんなさい。
I ended up taking Maho back to the lab where everyone was waiting for my return. Suzuha had actually gone out once to look for me, but evidently by that time I was already gone.
ま、でも何事もなくてよかった。
After I gave an introduction and an explanation, everyone let out a sigh of relief. Maho seemed to want to ask a lot of questions about the lab, but I had something I had to finish first.
すまん。どこまで話したんだったか。
他にもカガリタンを探してる人間がいるって話。
そう、それだ。それは本当なんですか、桐生さん。
本当。
I looked back down on Moika's report, where she'd written all the details. She'd even hired a private investigator to check it out, which meant that it was probably true.
それが鈴葉という可能性はないんだろうか。
それは私も考えた。でも探していたのは男の人、中には外国人も。
Foreigners? Why would they be looking for Kagari?
こっちでかがりと関わりがあるのは私だけだ。それなのに一体誰が。
Could it be CERN? Maybe CERN realized that she was from the future and had gone looking for her. If that was the case, then Moika would have known about it. Would have to know about it. No, the rounders were all given their orders individually, so it would make sense if she didn't know what the others were up to.
椎名かがりはこっちに来てもう12年にもなる。その間、知り合いができたとしてもおかしいことじゃないな。
つうか、むしろ誰かの世話にならないと生きていけないっしょ。
That's true.
つまり、この報告からわかるのは、椎名かがりを知る何者かが、ここ最近何らかの理由から彼女を探しているということと、少なくとも最近まで椎名かがりは生きていたっていうことだ。
あ、そっか。
Unless they could travel through time like Suzuha, if they were looking for her, that meant they'd known where she was until she disappeared. If people had started looking for her in the last few months, that'd mean she'd been alive until then. There was nothing else to be learned from Moika's report.
引き続き調査をお願いできますか。
If people were looking for Kagari in Akihabara, that meant she might still be here.
分かった。
Moeka took her payment for the work she'd done so far and left the lab. Daro had paid the bill. It seemed that when his future daughter was at stake, he was willing to spend some money.
人を探しているの？
Maho had been looking around the lab with interest.
まあちょっと知人をな。
It worried me that some of the people looking for Kagari Shino weren't Japanese, and that I got a message. Mayuri says, "Hey Ocarine, what time are you getting home today? How's something going on? I shouldn't be that late. I won't be coming home tonight." I see, but you eat dinner at home. Maybe, I guess. Okay, I'll have something ready. Huh? Why? Your mom asked me to. I just remembered some guys from school wanted to go out tonight. Yeah, that's a shame. I was going to make something good. Sorry. It's okay, I'll just make some for your dad then. You don't have to do that, I'll get something on my way back. It's okay, leave it to my Yushi. Sorry, Dad. Whoops. Even outside of CERN, there were people all over the world who would jump at the chance to learn more about the time machine. If they somehow learned that Kagari was from the future, that meant she was caught up in some kind of trouble.
それじゃオカリン、そろそろ冷や上司のことを詳しく。
詳しくって言われても前に説明したぞ。
She was Dr. Luskin and his assistant, and both she and the professor had been very good to me. I was helping with their work a little. I told him all this before.
例えば冷や上司がこのラボのメンバーに加わってくれる的な頂点会はありますか？
ないだろう。
じゃあせめて魔法タンと呼んでもいいですか？つうか呼ぶ。
魔法タン？
あれ？名前間違ってた？
そうじゃなくて、その変な呼び方に引っかかったの。
でも魔法タンは魔法タンって感じじゃん。なあオカリン。
俺に振るな。
とにかくその呼び方はやめて。
だが断る。
He never changes, does he?
それで冷や嬢さん、今日はどうしてラボに？俺、ここのことは君に話したかな？
アマデウスに教えてもらったわ。今日は本来は話したいことがあったのだけれど、まあいいわ。噂のラボを見ることができたし、それになんだかあなたたちも大変みたいだから。
ひょっとしてあいつ怒ってたか？
ええ、とても怒ってたわ。連絡しても出ないって。
That's exactly what I expected, yeah.
え？ちょ、なにそれ何の話？
別に浮いた話じゃないからいちいち反応するなって。
岡部さん、やっぱり辛いの？だったらテスターやめてもらっても。
あ、いや、そういうわけじゃないんだ。ただ
I hated how I was starting to feel dependent on her.
また気が向いた時にでも話してあげて。あの子も寂しがってるわ。
わかった。
The word lonely made my heart ache a little. But even so, I still didn't talk to Kirisu that day. "23rd. Several days had passed since Moeka had given her report. I checked last night and evidently there was nothing new to say. She had her deadlines for her magazine, she said, and couldn't spend a lot of time on it. The other group of people who were searching for Kagari Shina concerned me, but I couldn't ask her to prioritize it over her own work.
マユシーはとっても残念なのです。
ん？もしかしてクリスマスパーティーの話か？
楓さんと吹雪ちゃん、用ができちゃったって。フェリスちゃんはお仕事で。
Well, this is already different than the,
ライちゃんも店長さんと過ごすことになってて。
the other chapter we got.
ダルくんはユキさんと遊びに行くんだって。
結構なことじゃないか。
I heard that Suzuha had gone through a lot of work to set that up. She was always complaining that Dara wasn't making his intentions clear with Yuki. From Suzuha's perspective, her own existence was at stake. Even if it was already fated to happen, something still might interrupt it. More than anything, she probably wanted to see her mom and dad getting along in this peaceful world. If something came out of this, excuse me, it would probably make her feel better.
マイレもクリスマスは家で過ごした方がいいんじゃないのか？この前、おじさんがケーキを予約してたぞ。
お父さんに会ったの？
家の近くでばったりな。マユリをびっくりさせるために、おっきいのを予約するんだって張り切ってた。
そっか。じゃあその方がいいね。
あ、言っとくが、今のは聞かなかったことにしてくれ。せっかくのおじさんのサプライズだからな。
わかったよ。でもオカリンはどうするの？クリスマス。
特に予定はないかな。うちはもともとそういうことする家でもないし。
The guys at school were having a men-only drinking party, but I hadn't been invited. I kept telling them she wasn't, but they insisted on thinking that Mayuri was my girlfriend. Some of them had it out for me because of that.
確かサンタさんにプレゼントが欲しいって言ったら、朝枕元にお野菜が置いてあったんだよね。
どう見ても前の日の売れ残りのな。クレームをつけたら、うちはキリスト教じゃねえって逆ギレされた。
Honestly, I'm amazed I actually grew up all right. Well, if you call how I ended up all right.
クリスマスが終わったらコミマがあって、そしたらもうお正月。1年あっという間だね。
そうだな。
The year just flies by. It's true. Hadn't flown by for me at all. I'd gone through the same span of days again and again. For me, the year had been unimaginably long.
そうだ。ねえオカリン、クリスマスパーティーはできないけど、お正月パーティーをするのはどうかな。みんなで初詣に行って、それからおせち料理を食べて、今年もよろしくって言って。
ああ、いいんじゃないか。
だよねだよね。うん。じゃあ後でみんなに聞いてみるね。
Mayuri set up to go.
さてと、マユシーはこれからお買い物に行ってきます。
買い物？
うん。ふぶきちゃん用のコスでね、急に小物が必要になっちゃって。
そうか。気をつけて行ってこいよ。
そうだオカリン、ルカ君がね、オカリンに何か相談があるみたいなの。
あ、
That's right, Lukaku had called me. After that, Moeka had come, and so much had happened I had forgotten. Knowing Lukaku, since I told him I'd call him back, he'd probably been waiting for me this whole time.
こっちから連絡を取ってみる。
お願いね。じゃあ行ってきまーす。
Mayuri put on her coat, waved, and went out the door. Alright, I should get in touch with Lukaku. Let's do that.
Lukaku のやつ出ないな。
Lukaku isn't picking up? Oh well. I'd have to send him a line. I typed in my message and sent it. And then I waited for a response to come back. But there was no sign of him reading the line message. Was he busy with something? For a moment I thought of going to the shrine to see, but if he was busy I didn't want to bother him. He'd contact me when he had time. Just when I was thinking about that I heard footsteps coming up the stairs outside the lab. It didn't sound like Daru. Daru's steps were a lot heavier.